on this planet even know how to answer that question. A belief system is not like, you ask them like, well, I want to take care of my family and stuff, which is beautiful, but that's not what a belief is. A belief is something that drives you internally to where you're going to do something no matter what. And this is what Tony does. He trains that belief. He doesn't give you the belief. You already have the belief. You already know what your purpose is. You already know what you want to do on this planet. You already know how much money you want to make. So let's train the belief system to align with that. And it's not something you can just write down and affirm and be like, oh, I want to believe this today. No, it is a daily training. It's like working out. You cannot work out one time and be in shape for the rest of your life. Are you with me? And this is why people go to Tony Robbins, because they're like, oh my God, this is what matters about my life. It's not working hard. It's not doing this. I want to connect with my purpose and my belief, because that's where true success and true fulfillment is. And it's nothing he gives you. It's something that's already inside of you. He just shows you how to train it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you feel a certain amount of energy from me today?
Yes.
Do you think I wake up this way, or do you think I do something to be this way?
You wake up. You wake up.
I actually don't even sleep. I just wait for my next meeting. The only reason I bring this up, because Tony Robbins is a master at mindset training. He's a master at belief system. But my favorite, and the only reason I work for Tony Robbins, because this changed my life in every possible way, and it's pretty simple. Imagine a career of being stressed, of being overwhelmed, worried about what other people think, worried about where money's going to come from, being overwhelmed with too much to do, running out of time on a daily basis. What is that going to do to somebody over a 5, 10, 15, 20-year career?
Make me a Walgreens
Destroy your dreams.
Yeah.
Walmart.
I'm saying Papa Bill's.
With that being said, that there's something I listen to on the tapes. I must have one tape that I listen to over 200 times when I drive somewhere and come back. And the one thing that I remind myself every morning I wake up, I'm bombarded with so many distractions that it keeps killing the goals that I try to do. Even when I do stuff with Edison, we do our real estate and a bunch of things, and I got to keep saying that everyone says your to-do list, and Tony says do not think about the to-do list. 3 questions. Ask yourself every morning. Look in the mirror and ask these 3 questions: what do I want? Why do I want it? And what can I do to have it now? Meaning your action. The first thing is your to-do list is your 3rd question. And your first question is not what do I need to do, because you'll have 25 things in front of it. What do I really want? Why do I want it? That's your driving force. That's your engine. That's your motor that gets you excited to do what you want. And the 3rd thing is your action plan. Why, what do I need to do today to take action, to be able to say, if it's just one thing you got to do, that's it. And every day I wake up and I try to keep that as my main thought in my head.
Thank you so much for sharing. And so he kind of touched on a very significant point there. Questions make us focus on the right thing or the wrong thing. So if we ask stupid questions like, why don't I ever have time? Your brain will say, oh, well, thank you for that stupid question. Let me give you 1,000 stupid answers. Oh, well, this, and you got this coming up, don't worry. Or why can't I ever make money? Well, let me give you 1,000 stupid answers about that. But if we ask simple questions like, what is my purpose today? What do I want to do with my day? All of a sudden your mind says, yeah, you want to do this. You should take this. Before I walk into a room, I simply have trained this. Can I give more? Can I be more? Can I love more? That's it. Yeah. And your mind says, yes, you can. Do this, smile more, shake hands, love people more, be there in the right room for the right attention. It gives me 1,000 different little cues and answers while I'm in a room. All I did was ask the question, can I give more? Can I be more? Can I love more? And your mind says yes.
It's simple, but it keeps you on track.
Absolutely. So what is it going to do to somebody being overwhelmed, being stressed, being worried? What is that going to do to somebody over a career?
Kill them.
Thank you. And it kills pieces of us at a time. It kills our health. It kills our emotional state. It kills our dreams. It kills our attitude. So this is what Tony does. Let's train our emotional state every single day. And this is why the event that I'm going to invite you to is 50 hours long. Because anything less than that doesn't work. Anybody can go to a seminar and learn a 10-step plan to be successful. Tony Robbins does not do that. He's all, let's just handle everything there. Let's train ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually for 50 hours so that it actually has a chance of impacting your life. He will not do something that doesn't work. 2 years ago, I started working for Tony Robbins. I wanted to impress him. And I said, Tony, I need to raise my commitment level. And he smiled, and I'm like, oh, good, I said something good. And he said, Justin, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Yes, those of you that have seen him speak, he has a unique way of communicating with people so that it hits your heart and you'll remember it for the rest of your life. And he said, Justin, you know this, there's no such thing as a commitment level. You're either committed or what? Or you're not. And we've heard this a million times, but the only reason I'm bringing up this story is because he simplified it for me that I'll remember for the rest of my life. He's like, Justin, let me just tell you the most extraordinary thing about people. We either do something or we don't. And he just stopped talking. He's like, I just solved the entire planet's problems. We're all capable of doing whatever we want to do.
Yep.
But we have a damn story of why we can't do things. Get rid of the damn story. You're capable of doing whatever you want to do. He's like, Justin, you're capable of doing whatever you want to do, so decide what you want to do and just do it. And he moved on.
That's simple.
He didn't need to say anything else. The problem is we cannot make decisions because we have to check the list of our beliefs that were given to us and say, oh, shit, I didn't think about that. Oh, that is coming up. You know, I'm just not in the right state. I just don't have energy to work out today. I'm just not motivated. We have to go to the list instead of just doing what we are supposed to do. Clean out the emotional blocks, and you just do what you want to do. Now, I know a lot of you have experienced this experience that I'm going to offer you, and trust me, it's an experience that you'll remember for the rest of your life. So if you can, please write this down. It is November 9th through the 12th. November 9th through the 12th. This is a 3-day event. It is Thursday through Sunday. It is called Unleash the Power Within. Tony Robbins has mastered this over 40 years. It is his favorite one. We do 3 of these around the world every year, whether that's London, Australia, New York, or Miami. And we come to Florida once every 2 years. So this is your opportunity for the next 2 years to be right here in Florida. And this one is going to be in Palm Beach, Florida. This one is unique. It was supposed to be in Miami. The venue fell through. So we're doing it at the Convention Center in Palm Beach. The only reason I bring this up, our UPWs lately have been 15 to 25,000 people. They are huge. This one's going to be 7,200 people. It's going to be the smallest one that we've done in like 14 years or something. It's going to be intimate, it's going to be cool, the energy is going to be insane, and you'll be close to Tony. So beautiful opportunity. Day 1 is called Fear into Power. You find out what you're afraid of, and you learn how to use that and turn it into power and stop letting fear use you. You get emotional state training. More importantly, you're going to get peak state training. Peak state training is simply this. What are you focused on? How are you moving? And what are you thinking about? It's so simple, it's ridiculous. But that's why he needs 50 hours, because he needs to ingrain this in you. What are you focused on? How are you moving? And how are you thinking? And we could explain that to you, but it has no power. But he has 50 hours of training this emotionally in you so that you go accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. A lot of you have done this and a lot of you have seen this, but at the end of this night, the very first night, you are going to walk over 12 to 15 feet of fire. It's fun, it's crazy, it's scary. You'll remember it for the rest of your life. It is a rite of passage that cultures have been doing for thousands of years, and it works. But it's not about walking over the fire. We could burn some shit right now and walk over it. It's this. Leading up to it, Tony Robbins gives you a decision. Walk over the fire or don't, but it's more important than that and more significant. He faces you with the decision. Walk around with this belief system that you didn't even choose for the rest of your life about time, money, energy, and health, and see what it does to you. See what it does to you financially, see what it costs you mentally, physically, and spiritually. See how heavy this story becomes. Or just drop it. And by the way, you drop it that night, trust me. It doesn't last forever. You have to keep dropping it for the rest of your life. But you get to drop it and you understand that it's possible. Day 1 is powerful. Day 2 is the psychology of success and the power of influence. Psychology of success, let's just learn how to use our mind effectively. No one's ever taught us, so let's learn how. The power of influence, nothing to do with influencing other people. There is power in that, but that's not where true power is. It's about how do we influence ourselves? How do we communicate with our heart, our souls, and our mind to be who we're supposed to be? Day 3 is the best day. It is the longest day. It is the funnest day. It is what Tony Robbins has based his entire career on. He calls it Transformation Day, and this is why people go for the rest of their lives. I have been 9 times. I want to use this fun example because I just saw it the other day, and it's pretty extraordinary. You can go online and see everyone that's done it, like Warren Buffett and all that, but Marty Rodriguez, which I don't know if any of you have heard from her, but she is the #1 real estate agent in the country. She did $4.6 billion in sales last year with her team. She's been to this 33 times. And I'm like, why have you gone 33 times? So Justin, I have 52 weekends in the year. I'm gonna spend one of those with the #1 success coach on this planet with people from all around the world. What I'm not gonna do is spend all 52 of my weekends with my family being stressed and being worried. That's a beautiful thing, I will do that. I will do those for 51 weekends. But I'm gonna take one weekend and I'm going to improve my life. And she goes for this day because you find out what your 3 most limiting beliefs are at your core. And you exchange them for 3 empowering beliefs at a visceral gut psychological level. It's not something that you affirm, it's not something that you go home and work on, it's something that you are. And Tony Robbins has spent his entire life mastering this to give you an experience to change your belief system to benefit you. That is the Heart In Sullivan. Day 4 is a bonus health day. It is completely optional, but I encourage you all to go because Tony Robbins is obsessed with energy. It is the 13 master principles of energy and vitality. It's not a diet, it's not a fad, it's actually how human beings are supposed to exist. To wake up in the morning feeling amazing, have intense, sustained energy throughout the entire day, go to bed feeling amazing. It's possible, he teaches you how. Now, tickets to this range from $1,700 to $1,400, but through Edison, and the person that he works through, we got you a way better deal. And then I also get a great deal because there's only 5 of us that do what I do around the world. And I come into your office or whatever the restaurant, and I give you an hour and I face you with the decision. Tony Robbins sets up his company like real life. He rewards people for making decisions. So if you guys are willing to make a decision today, you guys are gonna pay less than anybody on this planet is going to pay. VIP, executive, and general admission. VIP $1,700, general admission is $1,100, but your pricing is this. VIP, if you want to go, is $895. $895. Executive, if you want to go in the middle rows, your price instead of $1,400 is $695. Executive middle, VIP up front. No one's going to sit general admission with Edison's group because we're upgrading you guys also. That executive pricing that I gave you is actually a discounted price for general admission. So those are the 2 ways to go to this. Anybody that wants to go, there's an enrollment form, and literally you just fill it out. So you can just pass those around. It takes you 30 seconds to fill it out and you're on your way. Why those are going out? Any questions for me?
Where's it going to be? Palm Beach?
Palm Beach Convention Center. And I think there's a couple, I don't know which one it is, but it's going to be in Palm Beach. Yeah.
It's the main one up there.
Edison.